Hello, Lionel. And Percy. Hey, Larry. Have to make up for yesterday because we didn't do one, so I'll do this one and we'll be back later tonight. The other kittens are being fixed tomorrow, so we've got to come back and take their food and water away. And if Melanie wants to do another one, that'll be fine. Hank. And sorry for the delay. I intended on doing this right at 5:30, but I didn't feel like walking in the middle of the room and trying to do it with people around. Hey, Connie. We weighed her a few days ago. I don't remember exactly what day it was. Within the last 4 or 5 days, though, and she was at 2.89 pounds. And I took these guys for their boosters yesterday, and when I went to pick Stella up, I carried them in to get their shots while I was there. And I was talking to the vet, and she said as long as she's at 2.9, she's good to go. So we've got this little tube of, I forget what it's called, and I didn't bring it in here with me. It's like a supplement for kittens for extra calories. I gave her a little bit of that just a few minutes ago, and she seemed to like it. But apparently now she doesn't even really have to worry about that. But we're going to keep giving it to her regardless. She needs to get a little bigger. And I guess everybody has seen Stella's new fashion statement. I'll go over to her in a second. She's moving around, but she's still hiding over there. It's not dark yet, so she hasn't come out yet. What's up, Hank? Hey, Hope. And Hank is doing the lap thing again. Along with Percy. Hey, Suzanne. I think we're okay right now, Hope. I don't think Percy has ever sat in my lap like this before. First time for everything. He's normally too busy running around being crazy. Are you just jealous that Hank's there and you're not? Is that the problem? Hank's down here. This is Hank. And everybody knows what Percy looks like. He's pretty distinct amongst the rest of them. Yeah, it's Hank. Acts a little bit jumpy when I first come in, and he definitely hasn't sat in my lap yet, but after I've been in here a couple of minutes, he's fine. Of course, Lionel and Zelda are pretty good. Zelda especially, except that Zelda started to climb legs. One of them, the girl in the darker dress, is one of my coworkers who sometimes comes in and helps me with these guys on the weekends. And the other lady was her neighbor. I don't know if she just wanted to see him or if she wants to adopt one. I don't know. She didn't communicate that to me, but I just don't know. I didn't ask. I assumed it would have been brought up if she wanted to adopt one of them, so. Percy. I don't know if you can hear Hank purring now. I'm grabbing my phone. Hank's rolling around trying to end the stream. Here's Mr. Lionel. He's not sure about the camera. And there's Wilson. Jumpy Wilson. He's okay once you start petting him, but when you initially stick your hand out, he does a double take and backpedals a little bit, but I think he'll get better. Come on back, Hank. There's room in my lap for both of you. Wilson, you gonna get in on it too? No, Wilson says no thank you. I was gonna show you up close Stella's fashion wear. I'll have to wait till these guys get up or run away or go to sleep or whatever they're gonna do. Hello, Wilson. Are you rethinking it? Are you rethinking it? Come on. So Wilson has joined the lap gang momentarily. Percy might run him off. Meanwhile, Percy's destroying my pants. Guys, put your tunnel in the food. I have to clean that off now. Did you see they rolled the tunnel right in their food dish? Partially my fault for moving it, but Wilson was under there with Stella when my coworker and her neighbor came in here, and I guess he was a little nervous about it and he didn't come out, so I wanted to make sure he got some food. And he was over here when I brought it in, so I didn't think anything of sitting it down right there. And I regret that now. I've got to clean that up. You guys made a mess. Not unusual though. Zelda's just calling it an afternoon. Welcome back, Hank. Wilson, you coming back? Come on. Come on. More difficult to flip that back and forth than it should be. Wilson. I'm just gonna kill my shoelaces now, huh? You already untied my shoe? Wilson. Well, let me try to get up and see if I can lure Stella out, if I can get this one away from my shoelaces for a minute. And before it gets too dark in here, I had to take the lamp that was over here out because I was at my desk yesterday and I heard a loud crash, and I walked in here. Unfortunately, they weren't underneath it, but they had knocked the lamp totally off the desk. Oh, I wish I could turn the light on or something. There we go. There's Miss Stella in her fashionable camo shirt, which she's not a huge fan of, but she seems to get along okay, and she definitely still has an appetite. They say small meals after they have their surgery, but she's never heard of such a thing. I left some dry food out for the kittens. It's not a whole lot, but she was tearing that stuff up overnight. Yeah, we had seen folks at Kitten Academy use them when they spayed mama cats, and it just seems like a better option than the cone of shame to keep them from licking. And also, secondary reason for it, she looks so pathetic. It's alright, Stella. I promise you she's fine, because she just ate that food that was in the dish a few minutes ago. When they did the surgery, I think we had told you that we thought she had a hernia in her side. Let me show you this. I may have to set the phone down to do it. Hang on just a second. So the vet didn't think it was a hernia, but they were going to look at it and take out whatever it was. I don't know how well that's going to focus. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. It's a hollow point pellet that some idiot shot her with while she was outside that caused that big lumpy spot right along the rib cage on her left side. I don't know, maybe I have for size comparison. Yeah, there's a penny, there's the pellet. But fortunately, those hollow point pellets are pretty much like hollow point bullets. If you shoot them with enough, at a high enough PSI, like a hollow point bullet, when it hits something, flesh especially, the hollow point peels back and causes more damage. That one didn't peel back like they're designed to do, so either it wasn't a powerful rifle or it was shot from a pretty long distance, but either way, I agree, somebody needs to shoot that person with a pellet gun. Now I gotta get this bottle closed back. Hang on again, sorry. So yeah, she's got a couple of extra stitches on her side, which the shirt covers, and that's a good thing. Peeking out, Percy. So, I guess we'll walk in the other room. Like I said, we gotta come back up here later, and oh, it's gonna be a long day tomorrow. I have to have her there by 7:30, so leave my house by 20 minutes after 6 or 6:30. Yeah, I just hope we can find her a good home. I don't want her to be outside anymore. I think she has endured enough of outside. There's little Maggie, who maybe won't be so little anymore soon. I've spoken to her future mom, and the plan is still for her to go home on the Monday the 7th. I don't know anything about timing or anything like that yet, but that is the plan. And you know who, as soon as I sit down, has to be right here with me. I don't know. Well, George is over there eating. And I guess they wore him out. Excuse you. Lorraine just burped. She must have been eating right before I came in here. And I didn't show you Clara because she's out running around in the main room. And when I come back tonight and pick up the food, I'll probably just let her stay out there tonight, and so she can have access to some dry food and water and all that stuff, and we won't have to torment her. She's already paid her dues. Well, we got her a few more days, Hope. They get fixed tomorrow, and we'll have her Saturday and Sunday, and then she'll go home sometime Monday. I just don't know what time yet. Hopefully it will be afternoon, so Melanie can come see her before she goes, or if not, maybe she can run over here before she goes. And there's George. George wants to be out in the main room too. Every time I open the door, he slips out. No, Hope, we're at capacity. We can't. I love these guys, but we just don't have the room. We have a bunch of dogs and cats at home. More cats than dogs, but a house full of animals nonetheless. Oh, and I forgot to have it turn the sound back on the regular streams. I need to do that before I leave. Now, they just wore you guys out. None of you want to do anything now. You know, you guys just don't want to do anything. See if I can do this without putting my hand over the thing. Yeah, they're good at doing that. Especially that one. She's just about perfect. Oh. Sorry, I lost connection for a minute. Now I gotta get my stupid hand out of the way. Well, Stella's kittens will be around and right now Maggie's the only one that's adopted, so there will still be 3 in here, plus Clara. I don't know if George is ever going to grow into these ears. And there's Lily outside being jealous. Yeah, Marty had some big ears too, for sure. Still does. You looking at me because I stopped petting you? status is unchanged over there. There he remains. Get yourself comfortable there, George. Hey, Leanne. Oh, and by the way, Leanne, we didn't do a live stream yesterday, or a close-up stream yesterday, but when you came in and asked who was snoring, that was me. I wasn't feeling very good. I had like a, I don't know, it felt like I was getting a sinus infection or something, and after I brought Stella back, I fed everybody, and I kind of laid down on the floor with her, and a few minutes later, I was out. And Melanie will attest to my ability to snore when I sleep, so that was me. Wasn't my intention, but sometimes it happens. Yeah, I feel a little better today. I was really hoping it won't turn into anything worse. I've already done a steroid shot and antibiotics for it earlier in the year, back in the spring when my allergies got really bad, so it's too hot outside to be sick. There's nothing worse than being sick when it's 90-something degrees outside. I guess I'm trapped. Well, like I said, I feel a little better today. I mean, I still kind of have the Bernie sinus thing, but hopefully it'll just run its course without congestion and mutating into something even worse than that. Not sure what Lorraine's doing, but oh, it's her foot. I thought she was licking Maggie, but she's got her foot on Maggie and she's licking her foot. All these guys are tired. They don't even have a clue what awaits them tomorrow, though. They're not going to be so happy. But I guess since everybody's asleep, I'll go ahead and wrap this one up. And like I say, we've got to come back later and pick up the food and water from these guys. They can't have it after midnight, and it'll be before midnight when we come back to get it, but I think they'll be okay. I'll put a little extra food down, and maybe they'll eat it all by the time we get back. They're being spayed and neutered tomorrow. And that'll be the last vet visit for them for a while, as long as everybody stays healthy. There won't be any need to go back. Oh, they'll bounce back in no time, especially George and Doc. Males, the last male cats we had fixed, actually Tabby was the last one, but the other two before that, they were fine the same day. As soon as we brought them home, it was like nothing ever happened to them. Females are a little more sluggish, but a little bit more invasive procedure for them than the males. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up, and I'm not sure, Connie. I guess I need to ask, because we don't have, I definitely don't think they make a shirt small enough for Maggie. Maybe there's an extra small that we can get for Lorraine, but we haven't ordered one, so I don't know. I'll see what they recommend tomorrow, because it's not like we can monitor them 24/7, unfortunately. I mean, it may be that I have to bust out the sleeping bag or just sleep on this couch or something. I don't know. It's possible. I'll see what they say to do, and if it's okay to leave them alone. The vet that I don't know if all vets do it or not, but they don't do like the external stitches. They do them internally, but so there's no sutures for them to grab a hold of, but it doesn't stop them from leaking and running around and all that, but we'll see how it goes. We didn't really have a problem with it last year because the entire litter was male. So I'll end this now, and we will be back sometime tonight. I'm not going to promise that Melanie's going to do a close-up stream, but she suggested that we do 2 today since we kind of crapped out on doing one yesterday. So I'll leave it up to her. All I know is I have to get up at the butt crack of dawn in the morning, which is normal time for some people, but I'm a little slower to getting out of bed in the morning. So 4:45 or 5:45 is way earlier than I'm used to being up. But anyway, we'll be back later on. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you back a little later tonight. Say bye, George.